Welcome to my Canva tutorial, and on this particular tutorial we'll be recreating this movie posters. Here are the two versions, one with green texture and one without green texture. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Happy viewing. So this particular tutorial is for advanced Canva users. So that's users that want to go beyond the basic use of Canva for creating simple designs and want to create complex compositions. This is for them. So if you are such a person, this video is for you. I wouldn't be going over the basics of how to use Canva, what this is for, navigating or where to find what, or navigating the whole platform. No, I'm not going to be going through that. It's assumed that you already have a hang of all that Canva is all about. You know where to find what and all of that. So let's dive straight in. So basically what this channel is all about is testing the limits of Canva and what it can do beyond using the ready-made templates that are existing there. You get? So, and in my spare time I said, okay, why not come up with a movie poster, everything 100% original and native to Canva, every element native to Canva, come up with something cool, something complex, challenge or task Canva and see what it can do for you. So that's basically the aim of this channel, and that's what I'm actually doing in this video. So in my spare time I created this movie poster and I'm trying to teach you how I actually created it. So I actually started my Canva journey not too long ago. Okay, I've actually known Canva for a very long time, and that's the general public opinion about Canva. Canva is not necessarily for real designers, you get. So I once had that opinion, not until I got a job at a media agency and we decided to use Canva as primary tool for collaboration and to create consistency for all our client accounts. And funny enough, we started out with it, and then I particularly started to discover that wow, Canva can actually do more with the preset elements that exist on Canva. We can actually do more with it. So I started that was I think 2021. So I started my exploration there. Then also one other thing, while on social media I stumbled upon some designs and I noticed that this was also done on Canva. I'm like, wow, this is really cool. If the person didn't actually reveal that it was done on Canva, nobody will actually know. And I was like, wow, if Canva can do this, I want to see it. I want to try it for myself. And the more I kept trying, I said, wow, it's actually the limitation to your Canva usage is actually your imagination. Really, it's actually what you feel you can do with it. So I started out by trying other things, trying to do more stuff than using the default templates that exist. And I was creating really cool stuffs. And lo and behold, we're actually here today. Created the channel and trying to teach you how I actually use Canva on a day-to-day basis. You get. One of the downsides to Canva is the fact that it doesn't have layers. You don't work with layers. Yes, so when it comes to creating very complex compositions, things can actually get very, very, very tricky. Yes, the more you add stuff to your canvas, the more you add more elements, more effects and all of that, the trickier it gets. So the trickier it gets to actually okay, because you have layers of elements stacked upon each other, and then you now want to go and change something that's at the background. You have to start digging through, adjusting things, and then make the change, and then come back to readjust what you actually adjusted to get the change you wanted to get. So it's one of the downsides to using Canva to work. But if you are a CorelDRAW user like I am, so working without layers is pretty comfortable. I'm pretty comfortable with it, so I can still get around Canva without layers, at least for now. But hopefully they will introduce layers into some future version of Canva. It would make workflow way easier and better. Yeah. So you can also spot the flexibility of how to use Canva elements depending on whatever it is you want to create. This is how I actually use Canva. Yes, beyond just using the default templates existing, I don't want to use it. Of course, I still use that. I still use those for day-to-day designs that I create for clients at the office. But in my spare time, this is what I do. I want to create complex stuff. You get stuff that Photoshop can create. You get that's my ambition, to prove that Canva can also equally create cool stuff that you wouldn't really tell. You won't be able to tell that, oh, this was created on Canva. So yeah, that's my ambition for this channel. Okay. Just gonna plug in this a bit. So the basic thing I'm trying to do here is trying to condition the entire environment. So pardon me if I really don't use design terminologies like that. I'll try and use the ones I know, but there really is no point, really, since I'm trying to communicate. And Canva is for the general public. That's the idea behind Canva. Design can be done by anyone, so there's no point using design jargon in terms of language. So I'll just go basic. So I want to make the entire environment green. That's why you see I'm adding a lot of green, adjusting every image, every element I'm adding, having them and getting them to have a green feel in terms of their lighting. That's basically what I'm trying to do. And I'm just trying to create a dramatic background. You have choppers. I could have added more stuff. In fact, I initially wanted to add explosions and all of that, but I said, okay, no, let me just limit it to this. Let me see as far as this would go. I mean, in my opinion, it went well. Yeah, yeah. I don't think I'll add the moon now. Let's bring in the lady, the model, Erica herself. Yeah, there she is. So take out the background. So one of the interesting things that actually got me hooked on Canva was the fact that you can wipe out backgrounds with just a click. I mean, the day I found that out, I started recommending Canva to my bosses, and I told them we have to get this for our design team. This would be what we'll use for our design team. And if you look clearly, you will see that even the hairlines, all the hairs, tiny hairs, the hair strands are preserved. I mean, it's amazing. I had to look up how Canva actually gets that done. And I think there is an AI out there. I think it's open source AI. I think they call it Kaleidoscope AI. So it actually, I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I think from what I searched earlier, it actually what is responsible for the intelligence behind selecting the main objects in an image and then taking out the background environment from the objects. Yeah, so the remove background functionality actually got me hooked on Canva. Since then, I've been hooked. It's really, really cool. Although sometimes it doesn't really get the job done, but then I think it has an eraser where you can actually clear out stuff you really don't need when it takes out the background. Yeah, clarity. Okay, I think that's fine. So it's the same thing, trying to give the entire environment. It's more like having the green lights in a room, and then of course the lighting that is going to be on every object in the room would every object in the room will have that green lighting on them. So that's exactly what I'm trying to achieve here. Everything has to look green. So probably in your own, if you are following this tutorial, you can actually make your lighting blue, pink, whatever color you want. Canva can get it done. You get. So for my own, for what I did, I use green. So I'm going to add the blue to our eyes right now. So with this, you can understand that there are several possibilities beyond just having or creating your business card design, your flyer or poster design, or your social media design. There are limitless possibilities. I mean, limitless. So this should just serve as a means to expand the bounds of your mind as regards what Canva can do. It can do much more than create the regular stuff that we all create using Canva. Ideally, this would have been done using Photoshop, but Canva can do it. Still not good enough. Let me position it rightly. That was quite fine. So let me check. Okay, I miss anything. Alright. So you can actually see it coming together. The whole environment is piecing together quite fine. So let's keep on replicating the earlier one I worked on. So I'm adding this cloud because the end of the image, that's the Erica lady, the ending was actually sharp. So I'm adding the cloud just to cover up that sharp edge at the bottom. That's one of the key reasons for the cloud. Aside making the design look even more dramatic, so it actually serves a different function to cover up the edge of the lady. Yeah, that's those sharp edges. Stick this behind the lady just to make it look like, oh, she's actually in the cloud. Just give that illusion. So I think there's an edge there that's still popping out, so I'm just going to use the shadow to cover it up. Yeah, left edge here. Take it from the cloud, and I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine, that works. Yeah. Okay, it's coming together quite well. So let's see what do we add next. Let's add some lightning streaks to the cloud beneath Erica. Okay. Give it the same green tint. lightning will be okay. So just add one more. Yeah. Excuse me. So just I want to give the lightning streaks a glowing effect such that light shines when lightning strikes. It actually lights up everywhere. So I just want to try to replicate that in the composition design. Yeah. Replicate that, add it to each streak of lightning. I don't think this one will work. Get something else. Better. I think this works better. Add it here. So I want to give the illusion, like instead of the lightning streaks being on the cloud, let it look like it's coming from within the cloud. That would look more realistic. So that's what I'm trying to achieve. So I'm trying to use the cloud to cover up the lightning streaks slightly. Let's see what this one will do. I'm not quite sure of this particular cloud. Let's see. No, I don't think this works. No, I don't think this works. No, don't. No. So I'm trying to make it's not really blending. I'm trying to make it greener. It's in dual tone. No, no, oh, that was a sign. I didn't see me do it. Doesn't work. I think this blends in quite better. So another thing, so when I was actually creating the first one, I added some light effects and I placed them in between the clouds and it looked quite good. I mean, giving it both green and blue lighting in between the clouds, and it actually came out well. So I'll soon get to that point. Then just start adding, this lens flare behind, just behind the cloud that is next to the lady. I'll soon take it to the back. Okay, yeah. It's going together quite well. It just has this cool effect. Placing light flares or lens flares behind a dark object, a dark object, it gives it a kind of effect. I don't know, it just looks good. So that's what I'm actually playing around with. I want this particular one to look greenish. So yeah. Overall, I think it's looking good. It's not looking bad. Yeah. I'm getting somewhere. I'm making headway. Alright. I'll just use this cloud to cover places behind the valley that we have at the bottom of our design. Back like that. Yeah. This is actually the tricky part. You actually want to get something that's at the back. This is actually, we need the layers on Canva actually. You want to access something that is at the very back of your design, and then you have to adjust or cut out some things just to access them. It's actually tricky, but still not bad. We'll use it like that. In the meantime, till when the add layers Canva. So that's right how. So you get the picture of. So it's still the same thing I was talking about the previous time. Adding light behind a darker object. It just has this cool feel to it. Yeah. Makes it look very, very, very cinematic. Like you're actually in the movie itself. Okay. Yes. Let me add auroras to it. I don't know if I pronounce that. Yes, the moon. Yeah. I don't know if I pronounce that well. So the point of actually introducing the moon and the auroras is that they actually have a blend. The moon has a blend of green, neon green, and also purple, and so do auroras. I don't know if I pronounce that well. Yeah, yeah. Take this behind the cloud. Yeah, let me take this up. Exactly, it's still the same thing. You have to still know how to navigate and then get to the element you're trying to reach. Okay, yeah, everything there. Yes, let's add this. Oh, just adding it like this makes it look good. It looks good. Looks good already. So now you have to be careful not to make an image occupy the full size of your canvas. If not, it will automatically replace the existing background image. If you just leave it like that, it's going to replace the existing background image of your canvas. So that's why I'm going to reduce the height from the top so it doesn't occupy. Now look, I'm taking it behind and it's giving it some cool effect. Look at the clouds just beneath Erica. You see some cool effects there with the lighting. You have purple in between the clouds and it just looks cool. It just makes it look cool. Yeah, it's too harsh. Let's turn this down a bit. Yeah, yeah, that's this. Don't mind me, I have a thing for lens flares. It just makes the design come, it brings the design alive. So I'm just going to add one more lens flare just behind. Ah, okay. I think we are fairly done with everything. I think we are done. Looks really cool. So now I think there's that line showing there. I have to adjust the height. It's tricky. I don't want it to replace the background. Alright, I think we are done with Erica. Yeah, let's check. It's not bad. The difference is there, but it's almost pretty much the same. Pretty much the same thing, yeah. Yeah. Oh, let's bring in text. tall, 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 tall. Tall. Yeah. Place this here. Let's duplicate it 3 more times. Erica. Yep. So I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial so far. So the bottom line is you can see how I actually use different elements. In fact, duplicating the same elements and then just making slight adjustments to them, flipping them over, rotating them, and all of that just to get a different feel. So it's just making you see a different approach to using the elements on Canva to create really nice stuffs. Yeah. I don't want the letters to get lost behind the clouds, okay? Yes. Anyone can make out the dots you see behind the dark cloud. Yeah. Because once you see everything, it doesn't look off, it doesn't look like a chip. That's good. So I want to make the bottom part of the text darker than the remaining than the upper part. Just gonna add a shadow there. So advanced Canva usage is just about using subtle tricks to achieve the effects you want to achieve on your designs. That's basically it. Using, you want to add light, you want to add shade, just use the elements subtly. So now let's bring in the remaining text on the movie poster. I'm not going to waste my time typing because I don't even know what to type, so I'm just going to duplicate from an existing template here. So I think I like this guy. Yep. Yep. Make sure I place it in the original there. Ah, here we are with movie poster Erica. Very looking very cinematic and much lighting and darkness and drama. And this will fit for a spy girl movie. So one last thing, I want to add create another version with the grainy, with the grunge texture on it. So it just needs a grunge background. Place it over the poster, and then remember the thing. Don't let whatever image you're adding occupy the entire dimension of your design. If not, it will replace the background. Make it transparent. Clear. This works well. Okay. Yeah. Good. So. I'm trying my best to make it. Oh, exactly. It goes to the background. So let me undo that and then it stays. Alright, so I think we are done. And now for our big reveal. So here's what we did. Let's compare it with the previous ones. Wow, it really looks cool. I mean, we didn't do bad. It looks cool. Let's compare it with the previous ones. This is nice. Definitely not bad. Yeah. This is the original. And this is replica. I mean, just slight differences in terms of size and proportions. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial.